And we are live once again. Not too sure what I'm going to play. That's why it first says chatting and playing random games. And we're I was going to say, we're off to a good start. There we go. Let's get this on a different map. This is just while I'm thinking, by the way. Hey, how's it going, Alfred? It's been a while since I've played this game. Just thought I would give it a check while I'm thinking of what game to play. Problem is, I forget what goddamn button does what. Hopefully, this doesn't cancel the stream. Where is it? Seriously? Oh! Son of a... I'll answer... Yeah, it's kind of complicated. Sorry. This is what happens sometimes. Let me see something really quick. I like this game a lot. There's a lot of weird things about this game compared to, let's say, Skate 3. Hey, Stotts? It's kind of really weird because I like both games equally. So, reasons I like Skater XL more, like some of the things I like more about it. Doesn't look like I have any mods installed. Well, just for a minute while I'm thinking, I was actually thinking of maybe playing Crusader Kings. So there's no mods right now for some reason. See, this is why a lot of times I go to stream, I go to play a game, and I wait so long because there's always something that happens, and I'm always like, ah. And then now I gotta go figure out why my mods aren't working, blah, 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 blah. And it can really be really annoying. So now you know why that is. Hey, he said he'd be here at like 1:30 and it's like 2:30. It's not that I'm late, it's that shit happened, right? But yeah. Hey, how's it going, Cody? So now I'm just going to minimize the chat and everything for a moment because I'm trying to find... I have no idea where it went. I'm like completely lost right now, and I wasn't expecting this to happen because I just played the game a week ago and everything was working fine, but now all my mods are gone. Which I'm not too happy about. So I have to think where I put that. And that's part of the reason I don't like gaming on PC, to be honest with you. Because when things like this happen, it can actually be really, really annoying. Like, I mean, for the life of me, I wouldn't even know where to begin to look. See users. Games. No. Yeah, I just don't remember. I don't even remember the name of the folder for the mods for Skater XL. I'd almost have to look at my own video, believe it or not. Just bear with me for a moment. Where the hell was it? Mod menu. The hell's it called? Yeah, when you have to look at your own. Unity Mod Manager. That's what it was called. Okay. Unity Mod Manager. Doesn't look like I have it. That's interesting. I'll figure it out in a minute because it's really bugging me because it makes the game that much better with the stats. It's less floaty and all that kind of stuff. Unity Mod Manager. Where in the piss did I put that? All right, let me think, which I'm not good at doing. Let me go to backup, games, mods for Skater XL. Okay. So we've got Unity Mod Manager there. Let me run this to see if it works. Download the latest version. You could see it there on the screen. It just popped up. Assembly. It was successful. Stats menu and Excel graphics. Oh, the process cannot access the file eBack of Skater. Because of what? Because of what? It's not telling me why it's not working. I like that. So the process cannot access the file because, and then it just ends. That's always lovely. But it says the installation was successful. So let me go ahead and let me just play the game again. And no, I can't see the chat right now. I'll get to that in a minute. This is usually around where it would pop. There we go. Does it have any mods? It's not showing that I have any mods. This is really frustrating. Okay, so at least I got that going. What did I say I had? Stats. Stats menu. Yeah, I'm completely lost. You're playing Bully today? Yeah, the oddballs come out at night. You're going to be playing Cyberpunk? Yeah, I haven't played that in a while. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I can't even tell you. And I'm just being honest. When I am live streaming, there is a type of pressure. Think about this. You're all ready to do something. You're all like, yeah, I'm going to give this a shot. We're going to start off with some gameplay right away. We're going to jump right into it. And then you live stream. You're like, never mind overthinking it. Just hit the stupid button. Just live stream. It's 2:00. Just do it. Don't think about it. Don't overthink it. You get in, and then your whole shit comes crumbling down. Because your entire thing that makes this game that much more accessible, that much more immersive, is like out the window. It's like non-existent. It's like I'm playing the console version of the game right now. And that's a big deal. So what I have to do is just kind of go, Namaste, serenity now. And bear with me for a minute. I know I say that a lot. Stats menu, stats menu. Let me see if I can figure out how to get it. Stats menu for Skater XL. Download. Da-da-da-da. Stats menu. Here we go. I may have found it. Again, it's all about that. Take a deep breath. Don't overthink it. There's a stats menu thingamathingy there. Unity Mod Manager. Yeah, so we got mods for Skater XL, right? Unity Mod Manager. And then that tends to be the main one that I like to play with. I don't know why I have this on the other screen. Whoops. I might as well show you what I'm doing so you're not all like, what's he doing? What's he plotting? I can't see what he's doing because I have two screens, right? Okay, stats menu. Here we go. We're going to drag it. Oh, that didn't look good. Oh, drop files here. Big bold letters. Drop zip files here, and here I am trying to drag it up there. Unpacking. Let's see if it works. Version manager. Let's space that out a bit so I can see what's going on. I think it installed it. said success. Yeah, I think if you click install and it wants to know where the file is, it's the same as just dragging it over. That did technically install it. So now what I'm going to do is real simple. Going to launch the game, see if it worked. I don't want to waste too much more time with it because there are a few games I do want to play. It doesn't seem like it's there. Because I think it would show me... Oh, it's right there. Stats menu. Okay. Okay, cool. Now I just have to figure out, you know, how to load it. How to load the stats menu. Oh, it took a screenshot. Stupid thing. It's one of these F keys. Nope. Fuck. There's always something. Now who's texting me? I am, but I'll come and get it in a minute. Okay, let's see what people are doing. So how is everyone today anyways? What games are you playing as of late, and what games are you excited for to come? What looks terrible in third person? What looks bad? Okay, one more thing, sorry. Stats menu. So goddamn complicated. I have to find what the hotkey is, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Alt-K. That seems like an odd ball combination. Nope, that didn't work at all. Control K? I'm really annoyed. Overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, I just don't get it. Okay. So first of all, Unity Mod Manager. Let's make sure that we even have the game in the right place. We do. Okay. So that's first and foremost. Let's try this again to see if this works. So that won't work. So there's an error in updating it. Now let's see if I install it this way, if it's the same thing as what I was just doing. So we go to C. No, we don't go to C. E. Matrix. Backup. Games. Mods. Stats menu right there. See? It says status okay. I don't remember if that was there before. All right, now I'm going to see if that works. And then I got to go downstairs really quick. There's a little bit of soup waiting for me. Just a small sip. See, stats menu right there. There we go. Calisse de tabarnak de sacrement d'esti. That's what I'm talking about. Waiting for them to add a third person and patches. Are you talking about, I'm trying to catch up with the chat now. Are you talking about Cyberpunk? It looks terrible in third person. Damn. Cyberpunk in third person, right? Red Dead Online right now. And lately. Is that fun? So I'll get to that in a minute. Maybe you could type out, Stotts, what you think. So when I played Red Dead Online, Lego Star Wars, that's about it. Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, Hitman 3 is going to be cool. I ordered Hitman 3. The Alfred Deluxe Edition. Now the price is up. It's about $70, right? So about Red Dead Online. So it's weird because when I played... what happens if I do... Oh, I forget now. So the default is that. What happens if I do this? Oh, right. That's usually all I need to do. There. What was I going to say? Man, I'm not awake today. So what I was going to say about Red Dead Online is when I played it in the beta, and once it was officially released, was that it was boring. There wasn't, like, much to do. It was just a bunch of lawless people running around. There was, like, a little bit of a story mode, kinda. Like, there was a little bit of a storyline to it. You did some missions, and ooh, that looked fun. And then once I did those, I even made, like, a full playthrough on my YouTube. And then after that, it was just, like, there was zero incentive to go back to Red Dead Online. There was absolutely no missions. All there was to do was just go around and kill people that were going in town trying to, like, get their hair cut at a barbershop or something like that. There was, like, the domination style kind of gameplay. But I don't know. There was just something about it that was like, Because Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my absolute all-time favorite games. But yet its online kind of felt like a macaroni craft dinner without the cheese and the pepper and the ketchup and the chopped up hot dogs. And you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a lot better now. Raj Singh, you ordered Hitman 3 for $30? In what currency is that in? Now don't forget I fall a lot because I also have the gravity off, or the gravity tweaked, so it's more realistic. So it's a little bit harder to land certain tricks. Plus I haven't played in months. Oh, shit. Nah, whatever. At least it works. That was the main thing I wanted to do, to be honest with you. It's one of those games where I can play and I don't even have to... How the hell did you get Hitman 3 for $30 USD? Yeah, there are online story missions. There's always been complaints about lack of content. They've added some, but they could always add more, in my opinion. Because if you compare Red Dead Redemption 2 online, which might be a little unfair compared to GTA 5 online or GTA Online, you can't compare them. But then again, GTA Online has had over half a decade of updates, right? Like, think how many years GTA 5 has been out. Veteran players in Red Dead, yeah. Well, yeah, because it's something new and shiny to play. Right. Alright, piss on this map. I still have the, there we go. I just want to do this for a moment. And it's also to showcase how well the game's running. Now, I know that my streams are on 30 frames, but that is also because it's less stress on my computer, because I do have a 7-year-old computer. So even though I'm playing at 60 frames, it'll be at 30 for you. But ultimately, I would argue that when you're watching content, I mean, shit, movies are recorded at 24 frames, Okay. That watching something at 60 frames versus 30 is probably not as important as if you're playing it. Like if I had to play this game at 30 frames, I don't think I would do that. I don't think I'd be able to deal with that madness. Especially with a game that's just got so many physics, it's just got like so much going on, it's very quick, fast moves. 30 frames would be way too sluggish. If it's like a turn-based RPG or something like that, that's a little bit different, right? I don't know what just happened there. But I gotta say, the game looks good, though. And it runs fairly decently on Ultra, considering I'm streaming and all that. So the physics, to answer the question about Skater XL, and I don't want to look at the chat for a minute just so I can answer the question properly. What I like about this more than Skater, or Skate 3, is the physics. Like when I move the left stick, look at my left foot. Right? When I move the right stick, it moves the right foot. There are no predetermined tricks in this game. So it's not like one of those things where if you do down with the left, I don't even know how to explain it. Hold on a sec. See like how I did that move right there? Or like that? It'll never be exactly the same, even if it's the same trick. There'll always be like a slight variant to it. And that's because it's 100% freeform physics. There we go. There's what I wanted to show you. So there's a kickflip. See how I fell on that one? Why would I have fallen on that one but made the other one? So in Skate 3, that would technically never happen. If you input the trick correctly, especially if you're standing still, obviously if you're moving, that's different because you can fall. But if you just do this and you input the trick, it should look the same every time. See how that one, my foot almost got caught? It wasn't as fluid. See? Oh, see that one? I almost landed on the side of the board. So you can't do that in Skate because it's not that realistic. So that is the #1 selling point of this game. You will never do the same trick twice unless you 100% nail your controls the same twice. No player exactly in hockey takes the exact same slap shot. It'll be 90% the same, relatively speaking. So that's the #1 thing that I like about this. Is that it's insane. The fact that it's in 60 frames a second, like I need to explain that. Skate 3, I understand because I had it on Xbox X, Xbox One X. I had bought an Xbox One X for State of Decay 2 and Skate 3 at 60 frames. But let me be real, and it's not because I'm a Sony fanboy. The game is a pile of dog shit. The enhanced version of Skate 3 is a pile of shit when I played it a year ago. It stuttered incredibly. It was an absolute awful experience. I immediately went back to my Xbox 360 from 10 years ago, and the game ran better. Sure, it was at 30 frames, it didn't have the better graphics, but it was a stable 30 frames. So taking all that into consideration, but then Skate 3 has a much bigger map, which is incredible. It's like a lot more open world, like a Skyrim, whereas Skater XL is more like Borderlands, if you know what I mean by that, just to kind of give you an idea. I would still play Skate 3, though. I just don't feel like hooking up, a 10 or 15-year-old console just to play one game. So that's sort of my take on the whole, Skater XL versus Skate 3. They're both different enough, and the customization in this game is just off the wall. But yeah. So that's my take on that. Where did you get your game from, Rash? They add a bit of content here and there, but it's not necessarily the content people ask for. I think there was a discount with pre-order. The board will flip faster or slower depending on how you flick the joy. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's very physics based. The Primo land almost full. Hey, it's me again. It's me again. A predator in my chat. I don't know what that means. Are you able to do Primo slide? I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I don't know what a Primo slide is. I'm not going to pretend like I know what you're talking about, because I don't. Epic Games. I just know this, and then I'm going to go get my soup really quick. The Hitman. Would help if I could type. Oh, right. It's an exclusive for a year. Epic Games can suck my banana juice. What was your name before? Let me just look it up really quick. Hitman 3. Epic Games. I just know that it's 85 Canadian for the deluxe instead of like 113 or something like that because it's on sale. It's like a small discount. It's essentially $5 Canadian more than yeah, so I'll just show you. This is in Canadian dollars now. Oh, you were Alistair. This is why people keep screwing up with me. So if you see here, $80, that's standard price. So $80 Canadian, that's your $60 American. 120 Canadian, that's like $90, $80 American-ish. So the standard price. Don't go, oh my God, 120. No, it's incrementally, it's the same like for you in the States. So on PS5 right now, because I wouldn't buy this from Epic turd. Don't get me started on that. And I can if I have to. Because people talk crap about a lot of stuff, but they never back up why. They just go, oh, this is crap. But they don't ever explain why. So I can get Canadian, the deluxe, for $85 on PlayStation 5. And that sale is on right up until launch date, which is effing cool. Like, that's really neat. So I'm absolutely going for that. No doubt. I'm going to be streaming and playing an absurd amount of gameplay of that, especially considering the fact that, now that we're on this topic, that Hitman 3 is a full game. It's not an episodic thing where they're going to release, chapters or episodes or whatever. It's the whole game right up front. And to conclude the trilogy, which I've already made a video on talking about this, you are able to play all the levels from Hitman 1 2016 and Hitman 2 2018 in Hitman 3. So the whole thing comes full circle in one package. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing, the amount of levels, right? And all the fine touches that they've done, to Hitman 3 from a mechanical standpoint. That'll obviously be applied to the older maps. It's going to be like amazing. That's going to bring like a lot of replay value. Just the sheer amount of levels that you can play and the different ways in which you can approach each level and all that. Yeah, that's going to be something that's going to be keeping me busy for a while. I'm an adult now. Alistair is now 18. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Now go find work. Any advice? Adult advice for me? Besides go find, well, you don't want to take advice from a dude like me who dropped out of high school in like grade 10 and has been disabled for 20 years and hasn't had a job since the year like 2000. Yeah, no, don't take advice from me. Work hard and stay working. And if you have to fend for yourself, but not the right way. I also played Rage 2 for the first time. I liked it, but my sensitivity stinks. What sensitivity is good in that good? My brain hurts. What? I don't think I touched a sensitivity. Oh yeah, the retro. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So bear with me for a moment. I am gonna go get my chicken soup. I'm gonna be like a minute. Don't make me end the stream just to come back a minute later, right? And then when I come back, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I might play a little bit of Grim Dawn. I don't know. I might try to do a round of Call of Duty, either on PC or PS5. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'll be back. That was terrible. All right. Oh, gotta get my earphones. Never understood people that have a microphone on their streams, but still wear the big effing earmuffs that look like they're directing, you know, traffic at an airport, like the airplanes, those big earmuffs. And then they've got like the microphone piece, and I'm like, the hell is that? So this is the lovely beauty. Ah, yes, Mr. Noodles. Oh, it's so good. Mm. Speaking of eating, what's that really weird thing? And I'm not going to do it. Maybe as a joke, Batman does whatever. That thing where people eat in a video, and it's just you hearing them chewing, slurping on their food. And this is a thing. And some of these YouTubers that do it get millions of views per like video. I don't know what the hell that's about. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. There's also a terminology for it. I just forget what it's called. No, it's not ASMR. It's their form of ASMR. But they just sit there going like, that's it, the mukbang. What the hell is that? Yeah, that. Okay, the first time I heard you. Isn't that like the weirdest thing ever? That just makes me want to eat and get fat. Yeah. Yes, I know, Raj. I don't have amnesia or Alzheimer's. I remembered what you said the first time. But that is so weird, though. Anyways. Sorry, let me just finish this. I'm already almost done. I'm trying to figure out... Now, Stotts, if I start a new game of Crusader Kings 3, are you able to guide me a little bit if I'm having some issues? Just like a little bit? I'm thinking either Grim Dawn or Crusader Kings 3. For the people that are in here, what would they technically prefer? I still might end up doing both, depending on how much time I have. I'm just curious. Like, do people find Crusader Kings insanely boring? It's not like I'm going to be offended. I could give a shit. Because if I really want to play it, I'll still end up playing it. No one's answering. People are afraid to say it. Okay. Let me just load it up. Let's start with that instead of just me talking, not doing anything. Let's get into loading it up. I can't wait to actually officially own the game. Like, not through, like, Game Pass. I was like, where's my sound? But these are the kind of games that I want to get more into. After this, I might do some Tropico 6 too. See, I'm kind of still all over the place, right? Because I recently purchased a few games. And I'm just kind of like testing them all out. And I think this is on my SSD. This game does load slow, I find. Hey, Ross. Sea of Thieves. My thoughts on it? I can't stand it. Absolutely cannot stand that game. And I've played over 6 hours. Just enough to know that I'm like, those are 6 hours I'm never going to get back. It's definitely not my cup of tea. Is this really loud? How's my voice compared to the whole game? Are you struggling to hear my voice? I'm a full-time YouTuber, but I'm incredibly busy. Does that make sense? It is fine? So you're not struggling to hear me at all? Like there's zero struggle? Maybe what I'll do for myself, because it just sounds so loud, I'll at least turn off the music. So I know that might sound contradicting. I still don't really know what full-time YouTuber means. If you think about it, it should be obvious what that means. But I don't technically know what it means. Just because you're YouTubing full-time doesn't mean that you're getting paid like it's full-time. Does that make sense? Oh, you like Sea of Thieves? I can't frickin' stand it at all. Prince of Persia's cool. Okay, let me go to load a game. I don't even remember where I was, to be honest. These, like, okay, that different version of the game. Let's not show invalid games. Let me do a new game. Fresh right from... No, not from the beginning. Sorry. Yes, actually, let me do that. Sorry, because I have another one where I cheated and I kind of gave myself like a bunch of gold and all that, and it kind of makes things not so good. Let me go over and at least start with very easy. Minor diseases, default, 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 default. Casus belli, I'm going to make it so that there's no cost. De jure requirement. Tribes with de jure land will eventually be destroyed if a character holds no de jure land. The title within their realm. The player's primary title will never be destroyed. On. I'll do off. The game will end. Generate families, custom kingdoms, everything else, default. Let's do that. Now, I tend to go for Rags to Riches 1066, and I tend to do the Petty King of Merchat only because that's where you start off with in the tutorial. And it's also a recommended, location. So I'm just kind of like a bit more familiar with that location. So I think we'll do that. I won't play the tutorial because I've already played the tutorial. just like yesterday. I used to hate it, but now with updates, it's amazing. The story quests now really give it breath of fresh air. Yeah, there's still something up with this game. It just feels so bloody loud. Because I had to turn down, like, my personal monitoring volume. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Let me do, like... Let me just see how that is. I'm kind of scared to play this. Don't forget, when I was playing, I was also playing alone. I had no one to play with for Sea of Thieves, and it was absolute shit for a solo experience. When you're a full-time YouTuber, it means that you have a stable job, and you are a part-time YouTuber. That's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, but then, Raj, where do I fall in? Check this out. Raj just said that a part-time YouTuber is, you're still working a stable job and you're doing part-time YouTube on the side. When you're full-time YouTubing, you don't have a job other than just YouTube and you're getting the juicy money. Well, I'm not getting the juicy money, but I'm a full-time YouTuber because I haven't had a job in over half my life. So where do I fall under? A failed full-time YouTuber? Do I have my own category? Yeah, like a lot of games like World of Warcraft, there's a lot of other online games that are friendly to solo players. I don't find Sea of Thieves being a good game for a solo player that's got no friends whatsoever. Is what I'm saying. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. This is kind of creepy. Exactly. I seriously don't even know what to do. I mean, I guess I could look at some of this. Current situations, let's do some of that. Okay, so I'm not married. Alright. So let's start off with a marriage. And there's no cheat here for the gold, as you can see at the top. All normal numbers. Hey, Kobe. Stotts, what would be your advice when looking for a spouse? Do I want someone who's got a high prestige game? high diplomacy or an alliance power. What's that one where if you're married to someone and they have a certain thing that you inherit, for the lack of a better term, their power? I forget if it's prestige or alliance power. Raj, you're familiar with this game? I'm only going to do this for a little bit, by the way, because I know it's a little bit of a slow game, and it doesn't help that I'm not good at the game, and I get that. But this is a game I truly enjoy. Oh, you don't know anything about this game? I don't know what Stotts is doing, but I'll try and figure it out. Well, I forget. I think it was alliance power. Like, this person here has claims to all these titles. She's got like 2 things in her alliance power. This one's the Duchy of Normandy. She's 17 though, Jesus. And how old am I? I'm 39. And in real life I'm 42. But unfortunately, you know, back then that was how they did things. Let me just go by alliance power, just for the fun of it. Is it ascending or descending? And then there's all these traits too. Potential alliance. That is disgusting. But again, you have to understand why it would allow you to marry someone that's underage, because a lot of times it's about forging alliances. It doesn't mean that they're actually like doing something, right? It's still creepy, but yeah. Because when I first saw it right away, I was like, is that a typo? Like, you know, how the hell can you marry someone that young? But then I was like, yeah, you know, back then it was a little bit different. Okay, so this one's has claims to duchy. And then I think if you click on them, click to view, I think it shows you where they are. Click to view. Or maybe it doesn't, or it does, and I just don't remember where it is. I wanted to arrange a marriage with someone who was relatively close to me. So I'm in here. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know. I'm only doing this for a couple of minutes just to kind of get head started. I think Stotts was supposed to help me out there. I don't know where he's at. But when you're looking for a spouse, like I said, if I click on this one, like, I don't know where that is. I don't know how to find where this realm is, like where this location is. Prestige or alliance power, it depends on what you're looking to do. Marrying into prestigious family will obviously help your prestige. What's the difference? I think it's because I don't really know the difference between prestige and alliance. Is alliance power more like military strength? Like if I want to kick some ass? Right. So what would you go for? And why is it if I look at a potential spouse like Beatrice here, why am I not able to see where she's from? Like, where is she in this? Like, I don't want to marry someone that's all the way over here. First of all, it's impassable terrain. It would just be so weird. I'm kind of, you know, wanting someone that's relatively local. Maybe someone from England or Scotland. Right. So again, how do I do that? Unmarried, you are not married. Huh. This was the other one I was thinking. See, she's French. So if I click on her... Like, I don't understand. How come I can't find, like, where they're located? Why it doesn't, like, highlight where it is? It says click to view. But where is it? I don't see it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to find. You can click on it and you'll see where they're from. Ah, I had to actually click on her. Okay, see? See what I mean, though? Those are the kinds of things that bother me about a game like this. Is it could take a while before you even find out something as simple as that. So she's like right in here. So that's like the main Holy Roman Empire that she's a part of, but she's from this little spot down below. Does the location of your wife matter? Does she end up moving in with you? Is it kind of stupid to marry someone if you're from here and marry someone who's like all the way the hell on the opposite end of the world? Like, does she move to your location? If her troops want to come and help you out, how are you going to get the troops all the way over there across the world? That's the part that I don't understand. But she's from France, so she's not insanely far away. She'll move to my court. Yeah, I kind of figured that, but then her allies... If I'm a part of that whole Holy Roman Empire and they become my ally, they're kind of far away if I want to fight Scotland. You see what I'm saying? Hello, Lucas. Well, whatever. This will be more like a test run. Use a hook. No, there's no... Okay, we'll send a proposal. It would probably help if I unpaused the game. So we'll do that. Crusader Kings 3 has many concepts and terms that you can learn about. That's for damn sure. No lifestyle chosen. Learning, intrigue, stewardship. I always tend to go for martial because of that whole, like, military thing. See? It'll help with focus on control of your realm, honorable conduct, and the strategies that will win you wars. Because your martial education, you gain 30% more experience in this lifestyle. I'll go ahead and pick that. And then we can pick another focus within the lifestyle. Look at me, talking like I know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Strategist, overseer, and a gallant. See, there's 3 trees here, but then there's different focuses. And I don't know if they merge together. Martial, right? Now, for the focus, does picking one of these... See? Are these independent of each other? Is the focus different than the perks? I think they are. I don't think they're the same thing. So strategy focus, luck can win a duel. A fool can win a battle. It takes more to win a war. So this one will give us 3 martial. More martial experience per month. This one you'll gain dread, which is how feared you are as a ruler. And if you go for chivalry, they're independent. Okay. Well, I'd like to think so, Raj. Thanks. Strategy focus. To rule is to make a last minute. Victory comes not through blood or gold, but honor. Yeah, I'm definitely not about honor. I'm going to pick strategy. So we got martial, strategy, but just because I picked strategy doesn't mean I have to be a strategist, is what he's saying to me. Which of these three would you pick? Cassius Belly cost, I already have it so that it's free, because I cheated for that. Toughness of my cavalry will go up. Infantry movement speed is up. Naval speed, heavy infantry damage is up. So there's a lot of reading involved. I think I'm just going to go with this. Or wait, do I already have all of these? I'm so confused, to be honest with you. It makes it sound like I already have all of this. Because it's highlighted, like it's all like glowing and stuff, whereas over here I have like nothing. So I'm kind of confused. It's almost insinuating like I already have all these points, and I just started a fresh game with no hacks or anything. Okay, well, we'll close that. Alliance formed with the Count Guillaume of Beskanking. I usually go with strategist or gallant. You can already claim the strategist perk at the bottom. Oh, I can? I'm going to have to go back. To the amicable petty King Murchad of Munster, I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Whoa, slow down, pal. It's your daughter I want. You will be joined with my sister. May God grant you long life and many children. Well, that's wonderful. Hare is unmarried. Brian is our son in the game. I have to make sure this time that I don't sleep with his wife and have children of my own with her. I'm just saying that's what happened the last time and things got a little bit weird. And that's where the game can get funny. Is if I streamed this game and I knew what I was doing and it was flowing, and you kind of saw the story unfold and you're seeing all these events happen. You know that Brian is my son, and then you see like the pictures pop up and it's all like 3D animated, and then it shows you that my third wife killed my son's wife, which is, you know, she was the mother of my kid from one of the girls I was with. That's where things can get a little bit funny and go, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. And then seeing the whole domino effect as to how that ripples through the game. That's where this game can be magic in a stream. But just when you're still trying to figure out the game and all that, yes, absolutely, this can be bland. You know? Yeah, Sakurai. That's it. Yeah, I made him mod because it seems like the last couple of days there's been an influx of people in the stream, which is fine. But like I said, I'm going to be learning as I go, just like with the game. I'm going to have to figure out sooner or later. Let me do something here. The stuff that I'm going to allow in the chat and stuff that I'm not going to allow. Because like I said, you kind of have to be strict, like I said, to kind of recap in case you weren't here before. Things that outside of YouTube I might be okay with, like if we were sitting at the dinner table, there are things that could be said and done there that I would be okay with. But in a live stream, I'm not okay with it. Simply because money. Simply because if YouTube's not on board with it, I can't be on board with it. Otherwise, I can lose my channel. Or what can happen is I lose my cost per million. Or my pay per million, as I like to call it. 2 people get each 1,000,000 views on their channel. One gets $5,000, the other one gets $2,500. He only gets half of what the other guy got. Same views, same everything, but he only got half the amount of money. What happened? He's probably not as reliable. He probably F-bombed too many times or made some derogatory remarks that might be funny to some people but not to YouTube. And what that'll end up doing is it'll actually diminish your cost of how much you get paid. So it's a pretty big difference. Brief you on what's new with what. Oh, that's all I mean. Anyways. Okay, so that happened. Okay, let's click on our son here. Let's arrange for a marriage. Preferably with someone that I won't see myself being with. Or we could just let him find his own love. Let's do the whole prestige gain. She's 18. He is... How old is he? Oh, he's only 18. Okay, perfect. And she is from a reputable level of splendor. You know what? Let's just pick her. Because I just kind of want to get the wheels in motion. Because I'm probably not going to play this much longer, to be honest. This is one of those games where I'm probably better off playing it on my own, to be honest. I'll probably do some Tropico next because it's a little bit more like faster paced. I missed what the hell happened. The amicable talking to me, your son and Hare, Brian, and my sister will be joined in holy matrimony. Excellent. So we'll close that. I have too few spouses. I need more, apparently. So that worked out, so we can write to dismiss that. But there was a message, something about pregnancy. I could have sworn I saw something in relation to that. And I don't know how to bring that up. Yeah, but how does one get accepted on the team? What team? I'm so confused. Like, what else isn't allowed in the chat? It's kind of hard to explain. Actually, you know what? I'll probably have to come back to this on my own a bit later. Because I am starting to get a headache because I'm all like stressing out about not understanding. I saw a message pop up and I don't know. I know that messages are down here. They're all down here, like when you get something incredibly important. I think it said something about her being pregnant. But the reason it's important is more so because I want to know where that message went and why it's not in the current situations tab. Not endorsed by your bishop. Your bishop does not endorse you. Well, then piss on him then. Let's have him assassinated. Cody, are you talking about being a moderator? Being a mod is absolutely, like, useless. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do this a little bit later, to be honest. Because it is incredibly slow, and it could be a long time before there's, like, any battles or anything like that. Not that the game has to always be about battle. There are purple... What the hell's wrong with me? There are people... There's probably people that are purple. There are people that are into the likes of Yakuza. There are people that are into Persona. And those games are very heavily focused on story. Like we saw yesterday when I played Yakuza, I had one random battle and like a half hour of cutscenes. Right? So I'm going to type in legit. As in, like, there's no cheats to money or anything like that. That's what that's going to mean. Yes, you can by sending him a gift or something like that. I just feel like... I tried it again, and I'm probably better off getting into it on my own. Things like Grim Dawn is a little bit faster paced, Call of Duty. Yeah, I mean, generally it's spammers, people who say negative or not okay YouTuber. Yeah, and that's really the correct thing to say there. It's not what's not okay with me. It's well, it might not be okay with me, but there are things that, like, I'm not as strict as YouTube is my point. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not as much of a tight ass as YouTube, but I have to be if I want to keep making this. If I want to get off disability, if I want to get off a system that's been a part of my life for over half of my life, and I want to make something of myself 100% and be fully independent and truly have YouTube as my one and only source of income, I have to be on board with them 100%. I can't just pick and choose what I think is cool and what I think isn't cool. Because in the end, Google owns YouTube. And if they're not okay with it, I'm also not okay with losing, well, not my channel, because I would never let it get that far. But I wouldn't want to lose, you know, the trust that they have with me right now, because my pay per million, as I call it, that's not what it's called. I'm calling it that. Literally, the pay per million, the whole how much you get paid per million views. It's about double what it was when I first started getting monetized about a year and a half ago. And that's because of the trust, because I did decently, because I was fairly authentic with my content. It didn't have too much hate in it or anything like that. And when I claim that it's suitable for all advertisers, and then YouTube deems that it isn't, that's where they start to go, okay, this guy's not accurate. Look at how many times he says his channel or his video is okay, but look at all these F-bombs, look at all these shit goddamn motherfuckers that he's dropping every 15 seconds. This is not really accurate to what he's saying. As a result of a hidden behind-the-scenes penalty, instead of $5,000 per million views, I'm getting $2,000 maybe. Do you want $2,000 in your pocket, or do you want the full 5,000? That's really the best way of explaining it. I'm bending over, essentially, to YouTube so that I can get the full check. I can try and be a tough guy with an ego, and I'll get less than half of what could be promised to me each month. That's essentially the whole deal. To some people, that's considered being a sellout. I don't give a shit what you call me. I want my $5,000, right? And no, that's not how much I make. I'm just giving you that as an example, right? So yeah. Okay, so that's enough of that. I did a bit of Skater XL, had an issue with the mod. Now it's working. I loosely got into Crusader Kings 3 and realized how overwhelming it can be, especially when you're live streaming and you're talking, you're reading, and you're trying to focus on the game. I feel like I don't know enough about the game to do that, to multitask. It's almost virtually impossible to do that. So yeah. So there's not going to be any of that right now. Oh, I guess my PS5 shut off in sleep mode. Hey, Predator, how's it going? You're only doing what YouTube says, as it's just business. Yeah, right. So that's what it is. Like I said, if people are joking around, and I've already mentioned it, I don't need to point any names, but I do want to mention it again because it's important just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. I'm a little bit tired, stressed, but not like, too bad. Give you an example. Let's say you joke around and you're like, that's it. You've committed a felony. We're going to have to put you down. And you're just joking around. You're just like, oh, we're going to have to put you down. Okay, whatever. Now flip that around, and instead of we're going to have to put you down, we're going to have to bring you to the gas chamber, let's say. Get it? Now that ends up being an iffy thing because you don't know what that person's insinuating when they're saying gas chamber. Most people right away, the first thought that enters their head when you hear gas chamber is exactly as that thing that's associated with World War II. I don't even want to say it, so I don't trigger the algorithm. Okay? So people will automatically assume that that's what it means, and then they'll put a negative connotation on it, and that can end up becoming potentially anti-Semitism. And if YouTube has any reasons to think that there's any of that going on, yeah, never mind your pay per million. It's bye-bye. Your channel is 1,000,000% shut down, gone, adios, hasta la vista, niente sazira, vamos. It's over. It's gone. They will lock you by IP. I would not even be able to open up another channel and start the whole process that I've been grinding for 2 years. I wouldn't even be allowed to do that at all. I would have to change my identity, everything. Like it would be impossible. Plus, I only have one bank account. They would see my bank account and they'd be like, this is the same dude. Fuck him. And you're gone. Even a hint, and you don't get a chance to appeal it, by the way. You do not get a chance to appeal it. That's why I don't ever want to tickle that possibility. So that's why there's certain jokes or certain words or certain scenarios that I don't even want to mention. I want to pretend like I don't even know the word. And that's why. Because they're trigger happy. Oh, it doesn't matter if they say just a joke. Yeah, so that's the problem, right? You see, in January, which we're in January, we're barely 2 months into January. There's already been some people. Auto tutorial 901. There's already been some people on YouTube that have been around for a decade plus, and they swear that they did nothing wrong and they've had their channels permanently closed. And some of them were content creators, some of them were just watchers, some of them might have said, oh, that guy is such a fucktard. He's such a dingus. He had it coming. Nothing really over the top, but it was considered hate speech. And what ended up happening? Some of these people, it was their entire livelihoods. They were doing YouTube full time. It was paying their mortgage. It was raising their family, their kids and everything. And now they have nothing. Now they have going to Wendy's to flip a burger. All because they just lashed out a little bit. Not over the top. Nothing like psycho over the top at all. Nothing like, oh my God, what were you thinking? Just like some really petty stuff. Things that on the surface seem harmless. And then, unfortunately, Google, which I always mention them because Google owns YouTube and Google is like, oh my God. You know what I mean? They're a huge company. If they see things differently, you're gone. So, yeah. That's why I have to be the way that I am on YouTube. Did I say barely too much? Did I say that? Did I? Did I seriously just say we're barely 2 months into Ah! I can't take that back. We're barely 2 weeks into January. So that's the issue. So for a guy like me on disability, not much going for me apart from this YouTube thing. If I lost this, I'd be so screwed. It would be like a nightmare. Imagine being so broke for so long, barely making $9,000 a year, finally getting a little bit of a taste of what it's like to get a little bit of cash, still being deemed in poverty. Because my bracket, the amount of money I make, I'm still in poverty with all this shit going on with my disability and YouTube combined. If I lost this, I would be beyond lost. Because it's not like I would be able to come back, because there would be no coming back. They don't allow you to come back. I would never be able to be monetized ever again. Where would I go? Twitch? Are you trying to be funny? I did Twitch for months. I streamed 4, 5, 6 hours a day. I couldn't even average one viewer. I couldn't do it. It was like impossible. Right? Yeah, we're only 6 months. Yeah, never mind what I said. Okay. Let me get into the game a little bit. You know, that thing I said I was going to do. So I'm still doing the tutorial a little bit here. It wants me to do a bunkhouse. Now, what I really like about this is there's variations to the bunkhouses. So if you look where the check mark is, I can have it so that not every single building that I build looks identical. Right? Am I supposed to put it in the green, or is the green what's already there? I am so confused. Or is the green like a hologram of where I should build? I am so confused. I think I should read that. I seriously complete bunkhouse. Complete the tutorial. Construct 2 bunkhouses next to the fisherman's wharf. Whoops. I botched that. So it wants... Oh, I guess I could just put it anywhere I want. I thought the green was like highlighting where it wanted me to do it. Okay, so we've got one, let's say, right here. And we'll go ahead, do another one. So the controls are very nice on the console. And we'll go ahead and rotate that so that we can have the front door facing the front. Front door facing the front. Well, yeah, how can a front door face the back? I need to go back to bed. Yeah, so like this to me wouldn't make any sense. Right, because there's no like door with... Anyways, I know what I'm talking about. There's that one. I don't know which one's the front of the goddamn building. Ah, okay, that looks like a window, not a door. There we go. That looks more like a door with the little step. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. Man, do I ever overcomplicate stuff sometimes. Oh, yeah. Kim Jong-un 06. St. Denis is on Gorman. Boris Johnsko 6. Phil, stop committing heinous crimes against your resident. Oh, you want to see heinous crime? Look at the children. They just got run over by that truck. Smash. The children. They just got run over. This is where it's not realistic, because when you look at your citizens, or that truck that just magically decided to go halfway through the concrete, we just won't look at that. That's just minor details. See, boom, the truck just ran over all the kids. There's little Julie there getting ready to go to school. Little Timmy right there. And the trucks, they just come in and they just run them over. That's what happens when you walk on the goddamn road like an idiot. Oh, there it is right there. Oof. Anyways. Pretty much. Anyways, I'm waiting for this to get built. Let's speed it up a little bit. And look at what our buildings look like. The hell's taking them so long? There we go. Get to work. Or you're going to be forced to walk the plank. Select fisher. It wants me to do something. Okay, so select the fisher. Right? And what do you want me to do? Select a fisher. Oh, literally select the fisher. Okay. So we'll pick this guy. And we're going to make him walk the plank. We're going to kill him. What does it want me to do? Oh, that was it. It just wanted me to pick him. So you can see all the different things that you could do. So we could bribe him. Send an order to deliver a black suitcase to Francisco Romero. How will they know where it came from? Well, the money inside has your portrait, of course. That doesn't mean I sent the money. The Queen of England is on my money. That doesn't mean that's where it came from. Anyways, that logic is flawed, so we could kill him. We can arrange an accident. We can arrest them or institutionalize them. Overall happiness. Open the info panel of a fisher and inspect the happiness tab. So we pick like a location, right? Inspect the fisher's happiness. You better be happy or we all know where he's going. So we can tab over and look at his happiness, his food, healthcare, fun. So this game is, it has more depth to it than I realize sometimes. Yeah, he better approve of me good, because if that goes towards a thumbs down, I'm telling you, he's going to walk the plank and the sharks are going to get him. See, that kind of joke you can make because it's relevant to, like, what's going on in the context of the video. But if you, like, spin that around and you start talking about something else, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it's weird. You have to kind of walk on eggshells when you're on YouTube. It's not really a fun feeling. I wish they weren't so strict. But, yeah. Build a tavern on Volcano Island. I thought at first it said build a tavern on the volcano. Yeah, it wants me to have everyone walk to their death in the fiery pit of hell. There's another map. Don't ask me what that voice was. There's another map where the crater to the volcano is a lot bigger. Stotts, are you still in here? Or did he escape? Little Clara getting ready to go to Brazil. Over here, I can't speak. At Philland, we have super speed Titanics. Truck driver getting ready to be charged with vehicular manslaughter. What's never been tested? Well, look at the time. It's I can't read that. That hurts my eyes. Okay, let's... Whoops. Let's do a tavern. For happiness. Just what I want. A bunch of drunk lushes on my island. Provides fun for the citizens. Yeah, so does a whorehouse. How do I open up one of those? Alright, there's a tavern. And it wants us to build it somewhere near the resident. Yeah, right next to your mansion, we want to open up a tavern. Let me just read what it says. The fisher you just selected could use a bit of entertainment. Yeah, I bet he could. So let's construct a building that provides it. Right. So let's provide the fishermen that go at sea with somewhere they can go get drunk. Tavern. Now I gotta find a place to do that. That's what happens with the buildings, is I never know where to build them. But ultimately, this is just a tutorial. It's not like this is going to be the main map I play on. So I shouldn't, like, overthink it too much. What if I build it right here? Something like this. Right next to some shacks. Whoops. There we go. Oh, you're still here? Okay. YouTube. Mm-hmm. Stotts, do you think you like a game like Tropico? Or do you think it's not deep enough for you? Do you like more like Civilization-like games and Age of Empires and all that? Let's speed up the time so it can get built quicker. There we go. We're almost done. We just got 3 more tasks to do. Find happiness. It wants me to do the almanac. And it wants me to look at the happiness. And it wants me to look at the fun. So that's how I do that. Revenue from a building. Citizens need to visit entertainment buildings. The surface quality of these buildings will then influence the fun happiness of the populace. Alright, that's great. Locating the issue. Open the fun coverage overlay and inspect all 3 islands. The fun coverage. Right, your overlay. Oh, right, yeah. Fun coverage like that, and then you can kind of see. Oh, there's... Oop, what? I didn't even notice this. What the hell? Isn't that where I just was? Oh. I didn't even realize there was like another island with some stuff going on in it. When searching for a building that provides this happiness, the people make their decision based on the supply. I did that. Build a tavern on the waterfall island and the center island. Okay, so let me... Fun quality. Right. Let me do this really quick. Tavern. I don't know what island I'm on. Like what the name of it is. How do I know if this is the central... Oh, I guess that would be the central island. Okay. Makes sense. I guess we'll just follow the arrow just for now. Gonna have to turn down the sensitivity a little bit. So we'll go ahead, build that. And I think it wants one done over here as well. Maybe right here would be good. No, we'll do this one here like that. But it's red. Why is it red? Not within the designated area. I think it's because it's the tutorial and it wants me to wait. I'll wait for this one to get built. Was it here? Jim Bob. Another one that survived his mother's abortion. Fake disabled. Well, that's cool, because that means that to you, I'm not disabled, which technically is a compliment. So when you try and troll someone there, Jim Bob, you actually would want to go along the lines of something like, Jesus, man, this guy is so boring. No wonder he's disabled. You know, like you would have to do something along those lines and say that you can clearly see what the problem is. But instead, you're actually complimenting me. But about my virginity, what I want to know is someone that you don't know, you come in, and you're so curious about their sexuality or the lack of if they've been getting jiggy with it or not doing, you know, the horizontal hokey pokey. You know what I'm saying? I always find that amazing when people go, he's probably a virgin too. There's a lot of women out there too that can be losers. So just because someone has their virginity or doesn't make them extra cool. So the fact that you value getting laid with self-worth means that you have to rely on pussy for self-worth, which actually makes you a dingleberry shit stain. So that's pretty pathetic. So that was actually kind of funny. But also pathetic because you're also unoriginal. It's the same copy and paste again. What a loser. Nothing to his name. Oh, there's a lot to my name. Philminator. There's a lot to that name, pal. Trust me. I forget if Stott said anything. Did you say you would enjoy this game? Well, that's the thing. Maybe Jim hopes that I'm a virgin. Maybe, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm not judging. It's 2020. I want to make that clear now, YouTube algorithm. Maybe Jim is into bald, middle-aged men deflowering. Maybe that's his... You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's his fetish. Maybe he's like, you know, I hope this guy's a virgin because, you know, I've always wanted Mr. Clean. Okay. Another tavern. I think this is the final one that I have to do. Basically, it's just giving you ideas of things that you can do in order to succeed in the game. Obviously, once you're playing scenarios or you're doing like the sandbox, you can put whatever you want anywhere. It's just trying to show you what can happen. Let's do this one over here. Yeah, sorry, I got lost with the chat. You know what would be cool? Is if in YouTube LiveStream, you could have it. I was in the middle of speaking. Penultimo, you will walk the plank. And no, I'm not going to do this because this is now interior politics. That's all I wanted to do for this part of the stream for this game. I just wanted to play like a little bit, like I said, because I am kind of all over the place. Plus, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for. So I don't want to just be sitting here doing the tutorial the whole time. Inspect political views. Yeah, I'm going to save that for later. I am going to do my tutorial. Yeah, like that. I'll save that for later on my own. Yeah, that should be good for now. We'll close that. What makes you think? Did I say it was 2020? Yeah, it is pretty unique, yeah. From what I've played, there's a little bit more to this game than Tropico 5. I mean, I can't break it down for you right now. But yeah. So I did some Torchlight. I'm kind of burnt out with that right now. This is kind of fun. That's not too bad. But the lack of zoom drives me nuts. Definitely not into Yakuza right now because I don't know if I'm going to be around for a half hour. And that's how long one of the cutscenes could end up being. Tropico. Let me just see really quick on the store what's coming soon. How's that? I mean, apart from the obvious of that. Resident Evil Village, that is going to be amazing. At least I think so. Actually, let's take a look at it. Is it first person or third person? I really hope that it's in first person. There you go. Intense first-person action. Awesome. I think there's only ever been one first-person Resident Evil, and I think that was 7, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. I have a conspiracy 2021 equals a little more than 2 times the amount. Mm-hmm. I forgot what the hell I was saying with... Yeah, so Resident Evil should be good. I'm not too sure when that's coming out, though. Does it say? Release 2020. You're kind of late. It's not releasing in 2020. Release date 2020. Did I miss something? Obviously, it's a typo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your cat could be, especially if it's a Siamese cat. It's definitely a Siamese cat that would be the head of the Illuminati. So that's the full price, $80. When is this coming out? Coming soon. So there's no date on it. Is this the Harry Potter game? Coming soon. I don't know much about this game at all. Actually, I know nothing about it. Hogwarts Legacy. I don't even know what that means, to be perfectly honest. Is this Harry Potter or a spin on Harry Potter? It looks Harry Potter-ish. That's it. Which Hitman? The third one that's coming? Doesn't look like there's too much going on for coming soon. Yeah, there's see, still on sale for PS Plus members. That's definitely going to be the version that I get. Oh, I can't wait for this. It's going to be so good. So good. Yep. That's going to be a thing of beauty. And it is an actual PS5 game. Now, what's interesting is I wonder if there's a way for me to buy the PS4 version if I want to save some room on my internal hard drive, if you know what I mean by that. Because I'm probably going to have to start deleting games off my internal SSD, such as like Watch Dogs Legion, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I may have to delete Borderlands 3, re-download the PS4 version of it, put that on my external SSD. Whereas this one tells you it's the actual PS5 version of the game. Buy the PS4 version of Hitman 3, download the PS5 version at no extra cost when it launches. That's the thing. Generally, you're able to do that. But as you could see here, there is no PS4 version. So I don't know how that's going to work. That's kind of a good question. What if I go to PS4 titles? Let me see. Release date. No, not just release, coming soon. Let's see if that works. To see if I could find like the PS4 version of it. And I cannot. I could probably buy it from the store, like on Google, like from the web browser. I could probably do that. Actually, you know what I haven't done yet? I have a bad feeling about this. But let me check, just in case. I have a bad feeling about this, though. Legion. I do not have Hitman 2 installed on here. I was gonna play a quick mission to see how it runs, but I don't have it installed. Ah, well, whatever. Yes, Prince of Persia is a remake. It's going to be a new Harry Potter MMORPG. Really? That's going to be crazy. Bloodlines 2 is going to be great. Let me go back to it again, sorry. I am probably going to have to go somewhat soon. Well, I'll just kind of see there. Where is that game? This looks good too. Comes out in May, I think. Hood Outlaws and Legends. I should add it to my wish list. This looks pretty cool. There, this one. Let me add that to my wish list. Jar Unique. Oh, there it tells you. Legacy. Immersive open world action RPG set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. Well, there you go. If I would have just taken a moment to read, it would have told me. Embark on a journey through a familiar and new locations as you explore, discover fantastic beasts, customize your character, craft potions, master blah, 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 blah. Experience Hogwarts in the 1800s. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Doesn't make it sound like it's an online game, though. Are you sure that's what it is? Yeah, I'll probably watch the trailer for it. Not like right now there, because I'd have to mute it anyways or I'll get copyright striked. But yeah. I have no idea what I want to do right now. You know what I might do? Just for a few minutes, because at least with this game I can quit at any time I want. I'll do a little bit of Grim Dawn for an ARPG. I might want to do some Civilization next stream, maybe a bit later tonight. I might want to do Civilization 6, maybe try it on the PS5, see how it runs, get into some action. But at least with this game, I can just, like, exit at any time. I can pause at any time, right? Yeah, I'll have to watch the Hogwarts thing. For sure. This game, I'm really intrigued about getting deeper into it. Like I said, I've been playing this game on and off for so long, and I think I'm already further into the game than I've ever been, which is like 2%.
Thanks for all your help. At least we can get a decent drink, even if that drink ain't a finger of whiskey.
Let me see. Ah, there. Again, that scrolling zoom is amazing. And being able to turn the camera. To me, if a game doesn't have that, I almost can't play the game.
Did you bring back the aether crystal fragments I require? Excellent. These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into my device here, and... That's not right. Not at all. Pulse, it wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. Ah, very good. I'm sure a little more aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more. But you look fine. Fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments.
You mean people that play Counter-Strike Go?
We've been so preoccupied with his... I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she's my apprentice.
And
Would
fine.
you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
Sure. So again, the only thing I don't like about this game is it does not show you at all where you have to go. Like, not even close.
Good, you're back. I've heard good things from both Kasparov and Barnabas. You're a real asset to this community. One of my scouts came back with news making our next move clear. The dead are heavily concentrated in Burwich Village to the north, past the swamps of Whitemire. There must be a reason why. Perhaps the ethereal behind these attacks is there. We can't know for sure without investigating. You've proven yourself quite resourceful to follow the road north through Whitemire. Though in the current state of things, you'll likely have to leave the road behind well before you reach the village. Keep pressing north, and you will eventually reach the outskirts of Burwich. It's surrounded by a palisade wall, so you will have to find a way inside.
Lovely. You really came through. Great. Just another random quest. This is a game I'd love to play co-op. Or you think it has co-op at least, the Hogwarts game. Smuggler allows you to store items you wish to save for later in your private stash. Ah, there we go. There we frickin' go. Wow, that's pretty cool. Although the stash does seem kind of small, though. Let me actually exit out of that. Again, I don't know how I managed to get that second bag space. I'll have to look into that later. Fire's level 6. See, I have a green. Sometimes green is actually, it's rare. And this one's considered magic. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if green or yellow in this case is higher. I don't know which one's better. Oops. Yeah, Fable's awesome. Imagine like a Fable game that's like co-op or single player. Drop in, drop out. Let's drop that quickly. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff here. 95, 17 lightning damage. We'll drop that one. 10 to 20. We'll drop that. And 2177. We'll get rid of that. Remember that a lot of this stuff too. You know what? I could probably look at this on my own after. Holy cow, I just made a mess. Can I still talk to this guy now? Oh, that is so dumb. That is... that's fucking stupid. I dropped all that item too close to him, so I couldn't interact with him. Fuck's sakes. Actually, I could still use the mouse for this. Get rid of that. Just drop it all on the ground. That's stuff I know I'm never going to want. How do I stash? Move item. There we go. I'll just kind of do this for now. 16 to 45. I still don't know about these crystals, to be honest. Like all this stuff here. Magic versus rare. I still don't know the difference in the tiers that they have for this game, like how that works. I have no idea. Right click to remove the illusion. I still haven't figured out what that does either. It's kind of confusing. Superior tarnished pepper box. Scrap metal. Such as bolts, leather cords, and low-grade metals that can be used to fasten together items or structures. I'm going to store that in here for now. Oh, I used to play, was it Fable 2 or 3 on Xbox 360? But it wasn't really like a co-op game. It was more like you could see people like their little glowing orb follow you around. Trying to find out if I can get some more bag space. If I look at the map really quick. Fable, yeah, by Fable 30 it should be good. Okay, so we've cleared that, we've cleared that. Another rift over here. Yeah, I'll be ending the stream soon because I'm going to go and eat for supper. I'm like famished. I never know where the hell I'm going. And it's getting trickier now because it doesn't even show the name of the town that I'm from. I think my town is all the way down here. Like, it doesn't even have that mentioned in the bloody map. So that is pretty rough that way. But yeah, I think between this and Diablo, like I said, and Torchlight 3 a little bit, because it's got such a unique vibe to it, they're probably some of my favorite games in recent memory. Yeah, I think it's Fable 3. Yeah, you had to be in the same location and you would see each other's glowing sphere. Yeah, so later, like I said, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. If I'm just gonna play like Call of Duty for a little bit. Or what. Because I know that I'm bouncing around like all these different games. But I'm also unsure which one I want to stick to for the time being. so that I can, like, maybe finish a game or something. I just haven't figured that out yet. But this game, for me, is one of the ones I'm the most intrigued about. I just love the environment so much. Remember, like I always said that yesterday, I don't like games that are always in a dungeon. I find that aesthetically boring. Secondary... I can select a secondary mastery. I'm not even too sure I know what the hell that means. What's this mastery they speak of? I wonder if this is what they mean. How I'm predominantly a soldier? I might look into that on my own after. Still haven't done any devotions yet. That looks like it's pretty crazy, all these extra skills that you can have. Pretty wild. But yeah, if anybody ever buys this game, let me know. Like I said, I think you can get it for as low as like $5 in some places.
That skill's not ready.
I'm surprised this game's not more popular. For the price. Really, really surprised about that. Yeah, we'll stick to the left. This whole time, all I'm trying to do right now is actually find another rift that I can fast travel to. Not looking good so far. But you could see from all the different games, too, that I play, why sometimes your things like World of Warcraft, even though that can tend to be a bit complex, there's a bit more of a sense of direction. And especially a game like Call of Duty, why that can be appealing for streaming. Because it's like mindless fun, you know what I mean? You just jump in. You don't have to think about anything, just aim and execute, right? Whereas a game like this, or even like Crusader Kings 3, they can be quite overwhelming, really slow at times. Same thing with Tropico or any of those kinds of games. Civilization 6, I think, is a little bit quicker, faster paced. You can usually get into some action a little bit sooner. Looks like I may have found another rift. Nice. Right over here. That is so cool. Yeah, even the graphics for a 2014 game, pretty decent. Stotts, do you think you'd ever buy this game? Or anyone else? See, that's really, really cool. So I'm at this one here. So it kind of essentially shows you where all the other rifts are, really. They're just marked by a question mark. So I know that if I go north and slightly east, I'll find the next one. Right? And then I don't think there's anything, like, over here at all. It's just all mountain range. And I don't know if there's anything down here. Like, I don't know if the whole game is just like, you know what I mean? Sort of like in this V shape. I don't know how that works. I'll just go here a little bit and then I'll end the stream, I think. Yeah, 4 o'clock. Definitely have to go in a minute. Yeah, like I said, later tonight, if I get stressed out and I'm not too sure what game I want to focus on, like which one I want to stick to, I will probably just do something simple like Call of Duty. Wow. Nice. You had some pretty big pockets. I have a feeling green is a higher quality than yellow in this game, because look at all the yellow that I'm getting, and I very rarely ever get green, so I don't think green is like uncommon like in other games. Nice. And I've slayed Julius the Decayed, so that was actually part of one of my quests. So it's one of those games where you just literally have to explore almost every nook and cranny, and you will eventually, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to come back down here too and sort of explore, and I would eventually be able to complete all my quests rather than like veering too far off to the side. But yeah. But yeah, I think I am going to take a small break. And like I said, I'll be back in a few hours. I'm going to relax, play some guitar, get something to eat. And on my own, I'll cycle through some different games and kind of figure out what I think I might want to stick with. Like, I'm hoping to only do like a couple of games, like 1 to 2 games. That way, if I can, I'll put it in the title. Obviously, when I put random games, it should be pretty obvious that it means that I'm undecided, right? That I can't make up my mind. That's what that usually means. But yeah, I think most people are gone now. Stotts, Sakurai, Cody, or anyone, if there's anybody left in here. I think there's only a couple people left. Just out of curiosity, would you ever get a game like this? Let me go back to... Is this the town? I think that's the main town. You would get a game like this? Especially if the price was right? I'll do quit to desktop. Yes. Yeah, I love this game. It's not too slow in it's slow in the sense of like trying to find where you have to go for missions, but you can constantly always get into some action, right? Well, this is a PC game. It's on Steam. It's called Grim Dawn. There's a website that people say is shady, but I've bought a lot of games from there. It's called g2a.com. I've bought a lot of games from there over like a decade ago, and everything's legit. I've never had an issue. So right now, Grim Dawn is $11 Canadian, so you can get it for about $7 or $8 US. Well, here, I'll just show you the website. It's not like I'm trying to hide it or anything. See, g2a.com. It is Steam. It's a Steam key. That's just where you buy games. They sell games much cheaper here than Steam. Sometimes people call this a gray market. Sometimes people say that they're stolen keys, but I've bought a lot of games from here. And I'll prove it to you. As it says, I have no datas. So this is every game I've ever bought from G2A. Look at that. Look at all those games. I mean, it might not seem like much, but I'm saying from a place that's not from Steam. Oh, that's just one page. I knew there was more. Holy cow. Wow, I bought a lot of games from there. See? I bought Grim Dawn from there. Hitman, every almost. Oh my. Oh wow, I did buy a lot of big games. Fallout, Kingdom Come. Hitman 2 came from there. Hitman 1, Grim Dawn. Look at all those pages of games that I bought from there. Rise, Son of Rome, Dirt 3, Sims 3. Medieval, Empire, a lot of these games. Warhammer, total. Like, wow, that's huge. The Last of Us. PS4 key. You can even buy console keys there. Bought a PS4 key all the way back 2016. Command and Conquer Medieval. So as you can see, I've got a huge history of Middle Earth, Shadow of War. Like a lot of games, The Long Dark. Like you can see all the games I bought. Resident Evil 7. Darkest Dungeon. GTA 5. And the prices are insane. Some of the games that I bought on here were super cheap. I've never been banned once, and if people don't believe me, where is it? I don't remember where it is. I don't remember where it is. Let me just check something really quick. Preference, language, details. Where the hell is it? Home. Do my profile. I don't think there's anything personal on here, but anyways, my point was is I've never been banned. I was trying to find like the VAC band. But yeah, I've never been banned for anything. Yeah, I can't find where it is. No idea. But yeah, it's a place that I like. Do games there just change every now and then? Well, it's not so much that they change, but they just get other games. Like, I don't know, what's a game that you would buy on computer? Any game. Like, what's a game that you're interested in that's on PC? Yeah, I'm totally gonna have to. Like, there's just so many cool. Like, not all the games are like an incredible deal, like, oh my god kind of deal. But they do have a lot of half decent deals on there. And like I said, I just showed you every game I've ever purchased, and I've never once had. Now, that doesn't mean it's impossible for you to get an issue. But yeah, I don't know. If these were all stolen keys, I would have been VAC banned by now on my account. I just can't find where it is that it shows you that I've never been VAC banned. I just don't oh, there, right there. See? I'm green. There it is right there. No VAC bans on account ever. There's your fucking proof right there in case some people want to talk shit. that people that go there are buying stolen keys. Am I saying that that can't happen? I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm sharing with you being on there for over half a decade. All those games I bought, and I've never received a VAC ban because believe you me, I wouldn't have a green status. I would have a VAC ban if I did, right? So there you go. Well, I really wanted Exanima. Oh, yeah, Exanima. Sometimes the games aren't always a better deal, like I said. So sometimes it's not really worth it. Exanima's a tough little bastard. See, there's only 2 results. So yeah, see, for instance here, it doesn't always make sense. The cheapest one is $25 Canadian. Meanwhile, I think it's cheaper just to buy it from the store. Again, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, but it happens sometimes. Yeah, see, it's actually cheaper just to buy it from the store, like right from Steam. So again, that can happen. But all those games that I bought, like I said, they were way cheaper on G2A. So like a game that I want to get, for example, is Crusader Kings 3. I think right now I can get it for about $35 or $40, which isn't really much cheaper than this here. So I'm going to wait. But like Dead Age 2, I don't know. You kind of get the idea. It can be a decent place is what I'm saying. I've had some great success on there. See, like Dead Age 2 kind of seems cool. I don't know why I moved the page over again. See, like, for example, right here. This is what I'm talking about. Let me show you this first. So Dead Age 2 is $20. Once in a while, you're going to get something. Oh, that's the first Dead Age, but still $1. That's pretty cool. So instead of $20 Canadian, you can get it as low as $8.61 if you're a member. Yeah, see if you buy with the plus. So for less than half price, and he's got a perfect 100% positive feedback. So anytime there's a game that I really want to buy, $20? Or do I want to pay $10? That's half the price, right? So, and this guy's got a perfect 100% positive feedback, like I said. It's almost like shopping on Amazon. If a guy like this has like no feedback, well then yeah, that's a little bit iffy because he's got to start somewhere, but I don't want to be the first one that takes the plunge, right? And some people will have it closer to $15, then that's not really worth it. So it really depends on the game, right? Like if you do typical Grand Theft Auto, yeah, see, you can buy Grand Theft Auto now, which is what I had done. I think it was the premium online edition, and it was like $14 or something like that. Like it was really cheap. So it can be a good place. Another place that's not so good, I think, is called Kingwin or something like that. That one I've been told is kind of iffy. I don't know much about that. I can only speak for G2A. Because if everything was theft, if everything was fraud, you would think the website would get taken down. Like that's just my thought because they've been running for like a really long time. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Oh, yeah, that's if I ever get it. I mean, it's possible. I think I have it. Whoops. Oh my god. Come on now. Yeah, so again, perfect example. Vampires the Masquerade is $20. Holy shit. Activision bundle. Usually almost $1,000. Anyways, the game is $22. I keep closing this stupid website. If I go to G2A and I type in Vampire. That can't be right. Masquerade. Oh, it's showing the DLC. I was going to say 77 cents looks pretty cheap. Yeah, see, $22. That's not a deal, obviously. Apparently, you can pre-order the Russian version for $28 for the second one. Bloodlines 2. Yeah, I can't seem to find the basic game cheaper than what it is on the store. But yeah, that happens, like I said. Sometimes it's more expensive, sometimes it's a lot cheaper, around the same price. It's like I said, if I see a game on Steam that I want, I don't auto buy it on Steam. I'll check G2A to see what they have going on. And if the game is at least 50% off, you know, and the positive feedback on the seller is at least 98 or 99% positive feedback, then I'll pull the trigger. I only ever had an issue once with the CD key. It was the wrong game, but they refunded me and they gave me the game for free. That's pretty amazing. That's the one and only hiccup I've ever had on there. So, is it a little bit riskier? Sure. Did I have to wait a week to get my money back? Yeah, I did. It was not an instant thing. I had to wait a while. Another time I bought a game, I did get the key, but it was an instant. I had to wait like 2 or 3 days. So, just kind of keep that in mind if you ever do decide to get something from there. But yeah. All right. I got to go. Like, I had to go a half hour ago. I'll probably be back, like I said, in 3.5 hours. I'll try to figure out what I'm going to do. I really do hate streaming when I feel like I have no sense of direction. But that's why I put chat and playing random games, like at least it highlights that I'm kind of all over the place. If you see me putting Call of Duty and Tropico, that means I'm confident that that's probably all you're going to get in that stream, right? So, but I do know that some people come just to kind of chat and hang out. They don't really give a crap what I'm playing anyways. I just do that for other people so that they're like aware. Some people are really turned off with random games and stuff like that. So then cool, they don't have to join, you know what I mean? They don't have to do anything. But yeah, thanks for stopping by for whoever is left in here. And like I said, about 3.5 hours. So around the 8 o'clock mark as usual, I think, give or take, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I should be back. Again, there's always a possibility that I just say forget it. Like if I'm as indecisive as I am now later tonight, in all honesty, I might just be like, forget the camera, forget the microphone, forget the chat, and feeling stressed because I'm feeling like I'm not entertaining enough. And then I might not just bother and I might just at my own, you know what I mean, play all these games randomly all over the place. Ending the stream is what's going on. It's over. 2.5 hours. Come on, Kevin. You're fired. But I'll be back in about 3 hours. I'm kind of a half hour late for, me wanting to have supper. I feel like my stomach's turning itself inside out. But yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, I should be back. And you can always reach me on Twitter, don't forget. Same name, Philminator. If people want to chat, ask me questions or whatever. All right.